Right, so today I'm reviewing 7 cold winter films whilst I'm outside in the cold. If you can tell that it's cold, you can probably see it's cold out here. Not freezing, but it is cold. So yeah, let's talk about these 7 films and tell me what you think. Let's get into it. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. So yes, I'm going to talk about 7 films like I said, and the first one that I watched is The Grey, 2011, Liam Neeson, and he stars as John Otway, John Otway, and he works on this oil refinery, and he's a great sharpshooter basically. And what happens is he's already been there he's done like a 5-week shift, and he gets to go home, and quite a few of them get to go home for a holiday. So they all board this aircraft. This plane goes down and 8 of them survive, and then basically from there they're in Alaska anyways, so it's cold, it's snowy, and they have to survive. And there's basically wolves all around them, and hungry wolves at that, so they have to try and find their way to safety and stay out of the wolves' way. They have to stay out. So yeah, first time watch for me. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it, had fun with this one, and yeah, it was action. Yeah, I thought it was good. But give me your thoughts if you've seen this one and let me know what you think. But a good start to the winter watches for me with The Grey. Right, next up we have got 2011, The Revenant. This one here stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. So yeah, how do we go with this one? Basically, Leonardo DiCaprio, his character's called Hugh in there. He ends up basically having an all-out brawl with this bear. He gets dealt with, DiCaprio's character. You know, he's basically left with life-threatening injuries. He basically can't walk anymore. He can't talk. He basically, he's just got his eyes to look, but his whole body is kind of done with. And then the group they're in, they kind of make this makeshift bed for him so they can carry him still, because he's still alive. But what happens, everyone splits up, and he ends up with Tom Hardy's character and Hugh's son. So there's 3 of them, and they're kind of carrying him. And then there comes a point where the enemy is catching up with them. Tom Hardy's character is like, basically, he's not worth carrying anymore. He can't do anything. So he's like, let's leave him. His son obviously doesn't want to leave him, so Tom Hardy's character kills his son. He sees it, but obviously he can't do nothing about it. And then he basically leaves Tom Hardy's character leaves him for dead. Son's dead as well, and he goes. And then it's just a matter of him trying to get back literally on his feet again to basically get his revenge on Tom Hardy's character. Now, great film, really enjoyed this one. First time watch again for me. First time watch for me this was. So yeah, this was a great film, really enjoyed it. The bear scene was probably one of the best bits in there for me. It was a great scene. But overall, yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend this one. Great movie, this one. So yeah, that is The Revenant, and give me your thoughts on this film. Alright, so next up we have got, from the year 2000, Vertical Limit. So here we got Chris O'Donnell and Bill Paxton and Robin Tunney. And basically Chris O'Donnell plays a character called Peter Garrett, and Robin plays a character called Annie. And basically they're brother and sister. And at the start we've got them all going on the climbing. So you've got the brother and sister and the dad. But accident happens, and they're all basically holding on to one rope. Is carrying all 3 of them. The dad's like, you've got to cut the rope, otherwise all 3 of us go. Obviously Annie doesn't want Rob to cut the rope. He ends up cutting the rope. 2 of them survive. The dad obviously passes on. And then we go to years later. Annie is now part of this team expedition, and Bill Paxton, his character, wants to climb to the top of K2, and Annie and the crew are responsible to get him to the top. So they go, and they basically get caught in they get trapped up there, and now the brother, Chris O'Donnell's character, has to come to the rescue. So he has to go up there and try and rescue them somehow. So yeah, it's been years since I've seen this. I saw this when it probably first came out, so around the 2000s, and hadn't seen it since, but I remember it being good. So watching it again, I enjoyed it still. I'll keep this in my collection, because down the line I'll probably want to see it again. So yeah, this still for me was still decent. So yeah, give me your thoughts on Vertical Limit. I still enjoyed this one. So next up we have got a film from 2008, and this is a Swedish film called Let the Right One In. So it's all in Swedish, so you got the subtitles obviously to see you through. So this one basically centers around two characters. We got Oscar and Ellie. So Oscar, he's basically a lonely kid, goes to school, gets bullied at school, and he's really got no friends. And what happens, Ellie, she ends up moving in next door with her guardian. We'll call him her guardian. And what happens at night time, Oscar likes to hang out outside where they live, and this Ellie sort of comes down as well, and they build a bond together, they build a friendship, and as the days go on, they get closer and closer, but it's all not what it seems to be. Basically, we find out that Ellie holds this secret, and Oscar eventually finds out, and then it centers around, I don't want to ruin it, but if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it. There's a few deaths within the town that they live in as well, and this all centers around Ellie as well. That's all I'm going to say. If you haven't seen it, definitely worth a watch, this one. I didn't know nothing about this film, as in zero. So if you know what the film's about, then obviously you know what it's about, basically. But I went in knowing nothing at all. So as it was going through, I thought it was interesting. Then it got to the point when I knew what it was, and I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. But then you kind of see the clues as you get through the film. I was like, okay. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. So yeah, good watch for me. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one, and I'll probably watch it again down the line. But let me know if you've seen this one and tell me what you think. So yeah, that is Let the Right One In. Right, moving on from that, and this film is 2 years later after Let the Right One In, and I didn't know there was an American version, but there was, and this one's just called Let Me In. So this was done, like I said, 2 years after that one, and this stars Chloe Grace and what's the kid's name? Smith something. I don't know. I've never seen the kid before, but I've seen Chloe before. I've seen her in other things, and you'll recognise her from other films. You'll recognise her. But this one, I'm not going to get the story. It's exactly the same as Let the Right One In, just American version. It is slight differences, but very kind of minimal. I mean, most of it, even the dialogue, come across as the same, but there's slight differences the way they done it compared to the other one. But this one, yeah, do you know what? I enjoyed it as well. I mean, out of the two, I think I preferred the Swedish version, but this one was okay as well. This one, it was watchable. I'd probably keep it as well. So yeah, tell me what you think of this one. If you've seen both of them, let me know which one you preferred, if you preferred the American one or the Swedish version. But for me, I thought they were both okay, but I slightly preferred the Swedish version. So yeah, that is Let Me In. Okay, so next up we have got 1993's Cool Runnings. Now, I'm guessing most people have seen this film. Now, this one, John Candy, and we've got Maurice, who's basically a 100-meter sprinter. He's trying out for the Olympics, and he falls. Him and two others, they all fall and they don't make it. So now, because he wants to go to the Olympics so bad, he gets hold of Irv, who's John Candy's character, Blitzer, I think his name is, and gets hold of him to see if they can make a bobsled team. And everyone's having a joke and laugh about a Jamaican bobsled team. It's never happened before, and at the 1988 Olympics, obviously this is based on a true story, it was the first time they ever had a bobsled team. So yeah, so they go out there and they got to try and, you know, qualify, make the qualifying times, and then try and compete against the very best out there. But saw this years ago, watched it loads of times back in the day, and it was great, funny, you know, great film. I'm watching it again the other day, still great today, still holds up for me, very funny, and definitely one I would recommend if you haven't seen it. And fun facts, actually, I think I'm getting cold, so my words are getting a bit random. So fun fact, so the Olympics is this year in Milan, and the Jamaican bobsled team have qualified for the first time. My brother told me, and I looked into it, and they qualified for the first time since the '88 Olympics. So yeah, so I guess we'll see how they get on if they do another film. But there you go, that's cool run-ins. Let me know what you think. Right, so last up is going to be The Shining. So I'm not going to go into details with this film. I'm sure everyone in the community has seen this film. Great film. Jack Nicholson, his quality in it, you know. I think most people put this up there as one of the best films around. I really enjoyed it. I mean, is it in my top 10 films of all time? I don't actually know. It's very hard to do that list. But this is a film highly regarded by myself. I really enjoy it every time I watch it. For me, it is a great film. So yeah, there's not much I need to say about The Shining. There's not much. It's a great film, and it's another watch within the cold winter months. Now, if I stay here out, you know, longer than I need to, I'm going to end up looking like Jack Nicholson. So yeah, so that's as much as I'm going to say about this film. So that's it. That's it. So let me know what you thought of all the films. Let me know, and throw me your comments. They're always appreciated. I will always reply. Like and subscribe and everything else, and I guess I'll catch ya at the weekend. As always, I'll catch ya. All right, so enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you all again soon. All right, take care all. Bye.